16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Here I come, Marcus. I'm going to find you.
No. You're so bad at this. I'm so good.
This game's lame. You're right there, man.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. This wasn't going to work.
Hide and seek is just weird.
It's not fun.
So much,
social distancing.
Yeah, we're going to have to try a new game.
Next time.
Yeah.
I'll get you next time. That'll be good.
Yeah. I'll be better.
Awesome.
All right. Excellent.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
How's everybody?
LBC Youth, we're so glad that you're with us. Tonight, we have a great night planned for you. We have a couple extra fun little elements to it. So get ready. Get prepared. First, let's start with our Monday drive-through.
Yes,
we had a family contest. If you go through the Monday drive-through, you get a little some questions, and then you get a challenge as a family. This week's challenge was make a fancy dinner with your family, and we had the most people that responded. So we had a lot, and so we had to kind of choose. And some of them maybe these weren't the fanciest.
Well, they're pretty fancy,
but
yeah,
these are some of the winners right here. So let's get a couple winners. These are the two winners we have. That's roast, and that looks like brownies, which is amazing. And
fancy brownies.
And did you see that cool little thing? Yeah, that was the card. So that's why they won, because they had the actual question card right on the table as they're eating their fancy dinner. So that's great awesome. Job. Love it. Next winner, because
what is strawberry bread?
I don't know, but I think they're going to have to prove it. When this whole thing gets over, I think they're going to have to prove it.
It looks so good.
Lacey, you are going to have to prove it.
Lacey, you need to bring a lot of strawberry bread to prove that that's a thing.
For all of us. All the youth staff would love to see that in person. So congratulations, guys. Way to go. Appreciate it. But we do have one more winner. There's Tyler's dinner right there.
He's always a winner.
He's always a winner, and he got a turkey dinner. That's what he was doing. That's where Tyler is. He's out somewhere shooting turkeys. And look at that thing, man. That is amazing. So,
I heard that he got it with pure smell from his body. So just passed out, and he's taking it home.
Actually, he ran and just choked it. He did not actually shoot that. I
heard he sneezed, and something shot out and just nailed it. Yep.
There we go. All right.
A lot of
there we go. Those are our winners, family winners. Congratulations. We'll be getting to you in the next little while about what you win, and we'll be getting something to you, DoorDashed to you. All right. As a lot of you know, we made an announcement last Friday that we were kind of sad about, but really needed to happen. We had to cancel camp. And man, I was so looking forward to camp in so many ways. And this has just been a hard thing for me to kind of wrestle through, what do we do with this, and how do we go forward? So man, I am really going to miss camp, and just some of the fun memories and lots of fun that we had, and the great food, and just being together. Even being on the bus for 12 hours seems like fun right now. So I'm really missing that. And we're so sorry that we needed to cancel a little bit. We're looking forward to what God will have next. Marcus, what did you have? What do you remember about camp? What are you going to miss about camp?
Man, so I'm definitely going to miss a lot about camp. And there's a reason why this year is more special for me particularly, is that was going to be my last chance to really rub shoulders with you guys as a big group, go and get on the boats, get in the 50-person hot tubs, eat the food. So I was really looking forward to that. As you know, we are still transitioning to Kentucky sometime. It's kind of a weird time. Don't know how it's going to look. But yeah, I just was really bummed when that happened. But yeah, I love camp. Sad. I'm super excited, though. You guys are having it 2021 for sure.
Yeah, 2021. Also, guys, just as a note, just pray that this whole COVID-19 thing lifts a little bit before Marcus and Stephanie take off, because we want to make sure we do a celebration with them, because we love to celebrate people who are following Jesus. We're going to be sad that Marcus is leaving, but we're grateful, and we want to celebrate with them as they get to follow Jesus into this next unknown step that he has for him. So we're looking forward to that going forward.
Yeah. So all you can eat chicken fried steak, in case you're wondering.
Yes. There you go.
Throwing out there.
But there you go. Go for it. All right. our scavenger hunt this week is going to be camp related. So
Ooh, yeah.
I will give you Tyler's phone number because I'm sure he would love to get your pictures. So here's, if you want a chance to win, we're going for, what are we going for tonight for the prize?
Oh, for the prize, it is DoorDash of Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
Yeah, so burgers and salads.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
lots of
Chicken and fries.
Of fish. All right, here we go. His phone number is, if you don't have it, 402-202-1260. 402-202-1260. All right, here we go. 5 things. Remember, you have to gather this around your house, take a picture of it with you in it, and then text that picture to Tyler at that number. And the first person to do that will win DoorDash tonight from Cane's. So here it is. 5 things. We'll go every other one.
Let's do it. All right. First thing you're going to need is sunglasses.
Second thing is sandals.
Third is sunscreen.
Fourth is a can of pop soda or a bottle of water.
And number 5 is an apple or an apple.
An apple, because everyone needs an apple while you go to camp.
Yes.
Because that is healthy and you really want to stay healthy.
So quick.
At camp.
Sunglasses.
Sandals.
Sunscreen.
Can of soda.
Apple.
There you go. Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler is waiting. I'm sure he's going to be so happy to get all these texts.
Can Tyler text himself the picture if he finds it?
Maybe he can.
Because he didn't know about
That's
these,
true.
So.
True.
Tyler, you're in the game.
You're in
Just go for it.
Hurry, around your house.
We'll DoorDash it to
wherever that is.
Gothenburg.
Yeah, Gothenburg or the middle of nowhere. All right. So, Marcus.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about apples?
My favorite part about apples is actually the core, because the core is where the seeds
That's where
are.
Jesus goes.
We are, you could like plant it in the ground, and then apple trees, or as my parents used to say, like if you swallowed them, they would actually grow in your stomach and you would grow, sprout, and you'd have like an apple tree growing out of your nostrils. Yeah, it was really good for little kids. Yeah, very good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to? Let's say this week. What's
this week? Oh man, I'm looking forward to more nice weather, and I don't know, just like walking around, biking with my little guy Flynn. We go on bike rides a lot, so just getting outside more rather than last week when it was snowing.
Nice. Yeah, that was not good. This is much better.
What about you? What kind of house projects are you guys completing this week?
Man, we put up lights this week, and we painted a lot, and we got that done, and then we moved a bunch of mulch, which was one of our family fun moments of watching Jesus work in the midst of chaos moments. So yeah, that's what we're doing this week. We're kind of down. We're kind of finishing projects. We're either running out of money or running out of things to do, or maybe just running out of the desire to do anything. So now it's time to figure out some fun stuff to do.
I'm sure your kids love the manual labor.
Oh,
I bet they're like, please give us more.
Zach is always begging. Yeah. So we might just have him dig holes and fill them in.
Yeah. By the way, if you need manual labor, Zach just really wants that.
Yeah.
So
he would crave.
So text Tyler.
Yes. Text Tyler, schedule that. So guys, we have, there we go. We have a tie.
Tyler said that?
Tyler.
You can't tell us there's a Tyler.
No. You cannot tie. You cannot have a tie. There has to be somebody came in before the other person. So Roman and Isabel, we're going to have an arm wrestling match or something over who wins. But congratulations. Thanks for participating in this scavenger hunt. And I will talk to you, Tyler.
How is that possible? A tie on a picture?
A picture that's texting.
You can see who.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Right. Well, we're going to introduce our first guest tonight, and Marcus is going to introduce her and ask her a couple questions. So
yes,
here you go.
So, drum roll, please. Good job. I'm really sure you did that. Come on in. This is Jensen. All right, and Jensen. Before we get into our game, I just want to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Yeah. So to start off, I wrote down, what's your name?
Oh, Jensen.
Okay. Thank you. That was really good. What is your major in college right now?
It's journalism.
Yep. What do you want to do with that?
It's a good question, Marcus. I love to edit. So I'd love to be an editor of some sort, whether that be freelance or something like that. But yeah, I just like the possibility of helping people work on their papers and other stuff like that. So
okay. And when do you graduate?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Super exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hopefully you make it. Anything can happen in 2 weeks. Awesome.
We'll see.
Who are you married to?
This guy named Brett. I don't know if you know him.
Brett?
Yeah.
Is that why your last name is Burchett?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just
Brett?
changed it.
I don't know how you did it, man. Good job. All right. So what has been your favorite activity in quarantine?
You know, Marcus, I'd have to say sleeping.
Really?
Yeah. I like to sleep in till like 10 o'clock.
That is surprising. Brett has told me you're just always up super early mornings is your favorite, but he might have been mistaken. That's crazy. Okay. Awesome. Is there any like top shows you've been into that people may or may not enjoy?
Yeah, I love Friends.
Okay.
And I know it's off Netflix, but Brett's the best. It bought the DVDs for me for Christmas.
Nice.
We're watching The Office right now.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
You know, I'm into just kind of shows like that. I like The Bachelor as well. So
pray
yeah.
for you. What else have you been doing? Anything else? I mean, you guys watching shows? Do you have anything else that takes up your time?
Yeah, I walk our dog a lot.
Nice.
If it's nice out, we go on really long walks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, cool. This is Jensen. If you don't know her, you should, because she's awesome. We're going to go ahead and get into a game now. And this game is going to require you to have fast fingers I don't know why I'm standing up. You need to stand up. Fast fingers, because you need to type in an answer into the comment box. All right. Now, this is going to be a game of Pictionary, unlike any game of Pictionary you've played. So what you're going to have to do is there's 2 parts to this. There is a noun and a verb. I know I'm throwing some English homework at you. Noun and verb. Hopefully you'll get it. This is a person, place, or thing doing something. Okay. So what you're going to type in the comments is what... hopefully find a working marker.
Yeah.
What you're going to type into the comments is what is Jensen drawing?
Oh, here we go.
And it's 2 things. Remember that. It's
2.
a noun and then a verb. Yes. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it might be hard because I'm kind of an artist.
Yep. Go for it.
All right.
She's been practicing this. Awesome. And then stand up.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. There you go. Let
it.
her.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Awesome. Okay, so it looks like some sort of maybe animal.
You think that's an animal?
Let's keep going. Yeah, you're doing good. This is awesome. All right.
It's like an eye right there. Yep. You know, I almost went into art school.
Okay, yeah. Journalism to art school sounds pretty typical.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an animal.
Yep. I need
with a defining
color.
feature that doesn't look as defined.
You know? You're right about that.
You're doing good, though. You're doing good.
All right. And you know, the other object might go a little higher up here.
Okay.
Yep. That's it. Maybe those. Yep. I mean, try a different color, maybe. Over here.
Man, if I didn't know the answer, this would be so easy. I don't know how people aren't getting it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I love the proportions. This is really good. Is that all you're drawing?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess if you guys don't know what it is by now, this is as clear as it's gonna get. All right. So
I can elaborate if you need.
Yeah, probably need to elaborate a little more. Maybe draw a secondary version with that defining characteristic right below it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, just try. You know, you guys got the first image. People are getting close. I'm seeing that there's some closeness happening. I
gotta figure this out.
Your guys are almost there. Some people got the verb.
That's good.
The verb is happening. We just need the noun. Wait, hold on.
It's not working well. Hang on.
Okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and write the verb down.
Okay.
You can use that same color.
No.
It is skydiving. You just need to figure out what that thing is. All right. You got go through every animal you could think of.
All right. Here we go. Ignore this part up here. You know.
Oh, she's giving you a huge hint.
Ignore that part.
Oh.
Okay. Yep.
This is like a super. Oh, we got it. Somebody got it. Good job. All right. Who is? Oh, you have to make sure you give the name if we don't know who it is.
Should I write what it is?
Yeah, go ahead and write the answer. The answer is
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
a llama skydiving in Haley Lindgren. You win some Raising Cane's DoorDash tonight. Good job. Thank you, guys.
Sorry,
Awesome.
I forgot the neck the first time.
Yeah, the neck was, I was going to throw everybody off.
I
Awesome.
know.
Well,
I'm sorry.
We have a special guest. Jensen, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks. Special guest can come sit here.
Hello.
Alexa is here to hang out with us for a little bit. So we'll just do some interview questions, and it'll be great. So I wrote them down so I won't forget because I'm a forgetful person.
Me too.
Good. Well, here we go. So how are things been going? Like, what's been the highlight of your whole time in quarantine, really?
It's been good. It's definitely an adjustment at first, but we were staying pretty busy. We're going outside a lot, playing lots of games, getting lots of sun. We bought spike ball today, which we're really excited about. We're going to learn how to do that soon.
Have you ever played spike ball?
A few years ago, maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember it, though.
Nice. So you've been hanging out with family.
Yes.
You've won our games a few times.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty cool.
Mhm.
Nice. What's something you've been missing during everything going on?
Yeah, I really missed the tennis season. That was going to be going on right now, which was pretty exciting. I really miss youth group, seeing everyone every Wednesday. Yeah, miss people.
They're all seeing you, though, right now.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Miss you.
So that worked. That's a good thing. Let's see. What's something that has made you laugh this last week?
Yeah, me and my family have been into board games. We've been playing Ticket to Ride, which is pretty intense. It's kind of chaotic, which has been pretty fun because me and my siblings, we get kind of crazy, kind of delirious. It goes crazy. Yeah, that's been hilarious. So
That's awesome. I haven't played that game, but I've heard a lot of good things.
It's so fun. Recommend.
Recommend?
Definitely.
Okay, I'll check it out. Are you binge watching any shows right now?
Not really. We binge watched The Chosen in a few days for Easter, which is super good. Can't wait for season 2. But other than that, just some movies here and there. But yeah.
Nice. What's your favorite movie right now?
Ooh. Probably Inception.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Mhm.
And the last question, how can I be praying for you?
Probably just be praying that I make the most of this time. This is a really unique time in our lives, so that we take advantage of it.
Perfect. All right. I'll pray for you right now.
Perfect.
Dear Lord, thank you so much for this day and for the opportunity to speak with Alexa this evening. I pray that we are all able just to make the most of this time, especially Alexa, and that she's able to find productive and fun things to keep her occupied while we are still social distancing, and just that for the rest of us, that we would lean in closer to you during this time, and that we would be able to grow in our relationships with you. For this all in your name. Amen. All right. Thanks, Alexa. It was great having you.
Yes.
Thanks for coming, Alexa. Thank you, Jensen. We're so glad that to have you here. That was by far the best. Llama skydiving was probably the funnest thing that we've done so far. So great job in trying to figure out what Jensen was drawing, because she is an expert. So if you need artistic lessons during this off season, please contact Jensen at 555-DRAW-ME. All right. I don't know how you guys are doing. We are 6 weeks in to the COVID-19 effects. So how are you doing? Like, seriously, how are you doing? It's a question that we ask, but sometimes we have a tough time really answering that for ourselves. It's like when life was normal, where you just would pass somebody and go like, "Hey, how you doing?" And everybody would say good or fine, or you just walk on by. I find that now a lot of times that when I'm asking that question, that's kind of the answer I'm getting through text or through a Zoom call. It's just like, "Oh, I'm okay. Things are okay." So I want to ask you, as you're going into this next season, just how are you doing? Like, for many of us, maybe we're doing okay. Maybe we're doing great. Maybe we're struggling. I know for me, this has been just a really the last week has been really difficult. And it's been a time where I've just got to this point where I've just kind of like, oh man, I just don't know what to do next. Well, here at LBC, our vision statement is helping students make their next step in their relationship and our understanding relationship with Jesus. And we really want to help you do that. I don't know where you find yourself in figuring that out or understanding that, but I know I really needed this reminder this week. See, 8 weeks ago, I remember like 8 weeks ago, I had to make a hard decision, but it was the right decision. Like I had to decide I wasn't going to go on the spring break trip to Chicago because I needed to stay home, work on some initiatives that were happening at the church, working on getting the high school director search started, working on camp planning, a lot of camp planning, just making sure that we were ready for camp. And working on some other things, getting ready. Me and my wife were going to take an anniversary trip to Hawaii, a once in a while time trip to Hawaii. And we were getting all those things organized and planned. And 8 weeks ago, I'm like, okay, even though I'm going to miss out on Chicago, this is the right thing to do. And then I remember 6 weeks ago going like, man, I'm kind of annoyed. I'm just a little annoyed that they've canceled school, that we can't do youth group anymore. We can't be together. Kind of was frustrating. We couldn't do our trip to Hawaii anymore. We had to cancel that. And things were just kind of difficult. Last week, I really hit a point where I was just like, I'm just done. I just want to go home. Call me when this thing's over. When we had to announce that camp was canceled, it was just kind of something just kind of broke in me. I was sad. I really didn't want to come back to work. I was like, well, maybe no one will miss me. Maybe I could just sit here and sit at home and watch some Netflix and just be. I don't know where you're at. I don't know where you've been in this journey. I know that's kind of where I've been. If you're like me, you've probably had some emotional highs and lows. You've probably been up really high going, woohoo, school's canceled, to frustrating that I can't see my friends, to yes, I could sleep in. I don't have to do, my schedule could be a little more, I'm in charge of it. And then the next moment going like, man, is this ever going to end? Because my summer plans are getting canceled. So I don't know where you're at, but what I do know is that our vision statement is just as true today as it was 6 months ago. See, I think sometimes as we're going through life, as we're walking in our relationship with Jesus, as we're walking out, we can enter this place we call complacency. Complacency is a place where we just kind of stall out. A way that you could tell, are you getting in a spiritually complacent place? Is to think through this. Like when somebody goes like, when did you grow last spiritually? Are you talking about something that happened 6 months ago or a year ago? Or are you talking about something that happened recently? When somebody asks you a spiritual question, are you like, I really don't want to answer this? When somebody wants to, says, hey, I'd love to, connect a little bit and talk because I got something going on. Do you go like, oh man, I'm going to try to avoid it. But now your excuses to avoiding them are pretty limited because you can't really be busy doing too much besides homework, I guess. Like maybe you just sense that you're losing a little bit of your drive and you see that you're becoming complacent. Again, some of you are doing great. Some of you are thriving. Some of you, this is the best time of your life and you are so excited. And I congratulate you. I would encourage you to keep going. For some of us though, we're struggling. We're kind of going up and down. We're hitting these moments of like, man, I just want to tap out for a while. I just want to check out. I just want to be in pause mode. I just don't know what's next. So I just want to stop. Well, tonight I want to share with you a little bit about an encouragement to keep moving. I want to look at a story of the disciples. Now, the disciples were the 12 guys that hung out with Jesus. We're picking up like after Easter. We're picking up after Easter. So we just went through Easter here. But in the Bible, there's this place where it's after Easter. Jesus died and he rose again from the dead. And then it says in the Bible that, the disciples didn't know what to do. So some of them went back to what they had done before they met Jesus, which was a lot of them was fishing. So that, Jesus found them when they were fishing and says, hey, what's up? Let's connect. And so then Jesus spent 40 days with them. After he came back from the dead, and he had spent time just investing in them. And I don't know, it just probably felt like, man, this is the new normal again. And the disciples were probably going like, this is really exciting. And I mean, I don't know if you just think about this, if you're the disciples, it's like, man, how cool is it to hang out with somebody who like the political leaders killed, but then he came back from the dead. So like, it's like, there's a little bit of like, man, this is awesome. Nobody's going to touch us. This is kind of cool. We're getting to hang out with our best friend. And there's really, what's the bad news here? And it was just probably a really sweet time. And then in Acts 1, so if you've never read Acts, I encourage you to do that. It's a great, just a great book. So this is what's happening in Acts. Jesus has them together again, and then these verses happen. So when the apostles were with Jesus, they kept asking him, Lord, has the time come for you to free Israel and restore our kingdom? Because in their minds, it was like when Jesus was going to come back and like he was going to be politically in charge and he was going to be overseeing everything. And the people who followed Jesus would control the world. And so that's what they were meaning. They didn't quite understand all of who Jesus was and what he stood for yet. He replied, the Father alone has the authority to set those dates and times, and they are not for you to know. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere, in Jerusalem, throughout Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. After saying this, he was taken up into a cloud while they were watching, and they could no longer see him. So just before we finish these verses, like think about it. Like all of a sudden Jesus is like talking to them, like he's talked to them a long time. And all of a sudden he just starts levitating, like going up. And if you're a disciple, you've seen Jesus do some crazy miracles. So you're like, oh wow, this is cool. This is a new thing, but this is fun. Let's see what happens next. So they're just watching him. And verse 10 says, as they strained to see him rising into heaven. So like their heads just kept going up. It's like, wow, cool. That's awesome. That's a cool trick. Man, can you imagine how Jesus is going to use this? Like if he goes in the middle of like Jerusalem and then just does this thing and people are just going to be like, he's going to get a lot of attention. We're going to be able to, this is going to be so cool. And they were just staring. Like they couldn't even see him anymore. They were just staring up in the clouds. And then it says 2 white-robed men suddenly stood among them. And these men said, hey, why are you standing here staring at heaven? Jesus has been taken from you into heaven, but someday he will return from heaven in the same way you saw him. So go. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know if they're going like, whoa, what do we do now? I don't know if like all of a sudden they're going like, hey, wait a second. Is he really gone? What? This is all we knew how to do. Like he's already been gone and he's come back. Like, what do you mean he's going again? What are we supposed to do? I don't know. Maybe you felt that way. Like week 1 or week 2, week 3, week 4 into this COVID-19 thing. Like where you just said, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. I mean, I know some good stuff, but I don't know what am I supposed to do now? See, I think the disciples will show us how we could follow when we don't know what to do next. When the plans aren't real clear. Now, I know for a lot of us, the plans are not clear. We don't know what next week is going to look like. We don't know what next month is. When are we going to be able to be hanging out as friends? When are we going to be able to do some of the sports we like to or the band stuff that we like to do? We don't know that. But here, I want to give you just a quick tool that you could use, which I think you could use this week. I would encourage you to use this month, or definitely this month, but I would even say in the coming days. Use this to help yourself continue to make your next step. So first, you want to identify where your here is. What I mean is your here is like, how are you doing really? Like, where are you at? And this is really important. Now, it isn't just like, well, I'm a 13-year-old, I'm in middle school, that type of thing. No, it means like to be really effective, you have to really know where you're at. Like, how are you doing? What are you at the present moment? Meaning, are you sad? Are you bored? Are you happy? And I would encourage you, if you want to, if you'd be willing to, if you just like to post in the chat just a little bit of a couple words, and I'll maybe put those on here because it's really important. Every one of us has a different here. Like I think sometimes in Christian, when we think about Christianity, we think about our relationship with Jesus, we think that all of us have to make the same journey. And it's the same Jesus, but I think it's how we do with our lives and our journey with him can look different. And I think it's really important as we're in this season to know where we're at. Some of us are doing great. I talk to a lot of people and they're like, this is the best ever. I'm having so much fun with my family. I'm feeling so relaxed and it's so many good things going on. And I talk to other people who are maybe they're angry. Maybe they're depressed. Maybe they're excited. Like this is going to be a new season and they are so excited for it. They're excited about the new opportunities. They're excited about all the new stuff that's going on. I would encourage you to figure out where you're at. And a couple words that are coming in. I'm just going to write a couple down and then we'll go on. But that, somebody said desperate. Somebody said disappointed. Somebody said lonely. I don't know where you're at. And I would encourage you, take some time away from your parents. And I know some of your parents are right around right now, and some of you might be around. I would just encourage you to take some time and just be honest with yourself. Because if you're really going to make the next step, you have to know clearly where you're at here is. So whatever it is, whether it's a positive or a negative, know how you're doing here. Now that would be pretty, like, for most of us, this would be pretty like, man, I just will sit here and just do nothing. This is depressing. This isn't exciting at all. What am I supposed to get out of this? Because we were never meant to stay here. God always said that there's a there. Like there's a place that he wants us to go. So here's what I would encourage you to do. Think about this. And again, in the COVID-19 season that we're in, I would encourage you to think about, where do you want to be? What do you want to be known for in August 1? What does your life want to be described to have August 1, 2020? I know that's just 3 months away. And it might be we're not out of quarantine yet, or it might be we're just out of quarantine, or we've been out of quarantine for a month or two. But here's what I want you to know. I believe that if we start listing, like, what do we want to be there? Like some of you want there August 1st, you want to be trying out for the marching band and you want to be ready to go. Some of you want to be trying out for the football team. Some of you want to be maybe 10 pounds lighter. Some of you want to be 10 pounds heavier. Some of you want to have more friends. Some of you maybe are saying, man, I want to be closer to Jesus through this. I want to be healthier. I would encourage you to think about, like, where do you want there to be? What do you want your there to be August 1, 2020? Ask God. If you don't know, just go ask God. Just in a quietness, go, God, what do you want my life to look like August 1, 2020? If I want to grow close, if you want your relationship with him to be better, then write that down. If you want to be more emotionally stable, write that down. If you want to have closer relationships, write it down. Whatever it is, I encourage you to take the time to identify what you want your life to look like. For you, it could look like a lot of different things, because it's always personal. God's a personal God. And when you ask him, he'll give you a personal response. Now, I know this is hard for us, because sometimes when we go like, man, I wish there would happen. But here is where I sit. So when you identify your here and look at your there and what you want to be, here's where I want you to take the next move. Make sure that you start here. Because so many times when we want to do something, when we want to get better, when we want to make a movement, we start with our there and go like, man, we like sit over where we want to be and we go like, man, but how can we ever be here when we're this? This is my life. I'm bored. I'm desperate. I'm disappointed. There's nothing going on. I can't see my friends. I can't get out. I've missed my tennis season. I've missed these opportunities, and I don't know how am I ever going to get there. But God asks us, I think he meets us in our here, where we're at. And he says, this is where I'm inviting you to go. And I'm inviting you to take one step at a time. So guys, I know this can be difficult for some of us to realize that we just want to accomplish something and check it off. But I think God's asking us in this season to make one step, a next step. I encourage you to think about where you want to be and then make a step. See, the disciples, it's really crazy. If you read, I encourage you to read Acts 1 and 2. It's incredible. The disciples, they didn't run. They just did what they knew what to do next. They didn't have a big plan. What they knew is they needed to stay together. So they went together. They went to Jerusalem. They got together. And then somebody goes, hey, I heard, remember we were supposed to make sure that there's 12 of us because Judas betrayed and died. We need to replace him. So the next step was, okay, we're going to replace him. Then what's the next thing? Oh, we need to care for each other. All right. What's the next thing? Oh, we need to tell people about Jesus. Okay, we'll tell people about Jesus. And they just kept doing the next thing. Some of us, that's what we could just rely on. We can't see our way out of this, or we can't see our way out of our situation. We don't know what it's going to look like on the other side, and we get frustrated, and we think we can't move. But what God is asking us to do is just make one move. What's your next step? What is your next step? Is it a risky step of just calling somebody? Is it a risky step of reaching out? Is it a risky step of, setting your alarm in the morning, like having it go off before noon? Is it doing homework that you really don't have to do, but maybe you should? Is it connecting with someone? Is it opening your Bible and reading? Is it spending quiet time out in the sun and just going, okay, God, speak to me? But here's what I want to encourage you to end with. The disciples, if you keep reading Acts 2, one of my favorite chapters, after giving my life to Christ, I would say Acts 2 is the one thing that has changed my life and marked my life. Because of what God did through the disciples after they just faithfully did one step after the next step after the next step. And it changed the world forever, what happened in Acts 2. Forever. You are impacted because of what happened in Acts 2. And that happened because the disciples just took one step at a time when they had no clue what they should do. When everything seemed upside down and all they knew what to do is to do, okay, we're just going to follow God one step at a time. I have enough trust in God to follow him one step at a time. So guys, as you're sitting there, here's what I want to encourage you to do. I want to encourage you to know where you're at here, where your here is, what your feelings are, how you're doing. And then I want you to identify, man, God, show me what August 1, 2020 could look like for my life. And then I invite you to take one step, invite some people into it, maybe your small group leader into it. But mostly, guys, believe that God could do the unbelievable through you. Guys, I'm praying that God will rise up, that people will agree with what he's doing in people's lives through this season, that maybe in this quiet season, maybe in this uncluttered season, we could be listening to God and people could be responding to God. And through that, God could do something that will change the world for the next generation. And it could happen. We don't have to have a plan for it to happen because God is the maker of all plans. It could happen if we just take one step at a time. One step of faithfully following him. So guys, if you need help, if you want to reach out, if you want to talk about this, please reach out to us as staff. We'd love to talk to you. We're so in love with Jesus and want to help you make your next step. And as we're making our next steps, I'm still working this out. I'm still dealing with going like, okay, I can either sit here and do nothing and wait for this thing to go over, or else I could follow God and go like, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm going to make my next step. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what we're doing as a ministry. We invite you into it. Let me pray for you. Jesus, thank you so much for who you are. I pray that you will calm us down. Allow us to be honest with where we're at, where our here is. For some of us, we need to be honest with ourselves. For some of us, we need to quit exaggerating how bad it is. We just need to be honest with where our here is. And then Jesus, we just ask that you will show us our there. Where do you want us to be in August 1, 2020? What do you want us to be like? Who do you want us to be? And Jesus, we've just prayed that you'll help us know what our next step is. And Jesus, I just ask that you will use this group of students, that if they'll faithfully trust you, I pray that you will use them to influence and impact the world. And I pray that what happened in Acts 2, that could happen again in a new way, in a fresh way, in a way that this world needs it, so that people could come to know you. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Cool. All right. Well, before you guys jump into Zoom groups, we got two quick announcements.
Yeah. So high school, just real quick, so you know, we do have a Colossians study happening tomorrow. It's every Thursday, and I will send out a remind text of the passage. So if you want to join, we had around 15, 16 last week, and it's been a lot of fun. So make sure to read the passage through the remind text tomorrow morning that you will get. It's at 3:30 tomorrow.
3:30. All right. And lastly, we're doing the Monday drive-through again. We have candy bars. We give you a little, some questions and some family challenge, a chance to win some prizes. Monday, 3 to 4 here in the LBC Youth parking lot. It's a great time. Come and say hi. We had our record numbers last week, so see if we can get more. All right. So that's it. Jump into Zoom groups. Your group leader should be texting. If not, let us know.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Jensen, you have anything to say as we're leaving? Sure.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Is it your birthday? No. Wow, really?
Could have been.
Well, maybe it should have been.
I always take a guess.
All right.
Just in case.
Anyway, hey, see ya. Bye. Are you still here? Are you still here?
Bye.